In today's unboxing, we take a look at Circadian's First Light. This is made by the same company who makes Architects and Paladins of the West Kingdom. Let's go ahead and take a look at the back. And as we can see, it is labeled for a 1 to 4 player, ages 12 plus, with a runtime average of 60 to 90 minutes. Nice little component breakdown and a brief little description of what this game is. And then, of course, the layout, which at first glance looks pretty large. Let's take a look. So, here we go. And let's see what we have. There we go. That works. And of course, first up, we have the instruction manual with a graphical representation of all the components. Very nice. Once again, what I always love to look for. Lots of text in this rule book I'm noticing right off. Let's see what kind of scale this is. Oh, and here we go. What I was looking for, the solo variant built right in, which is how you get to that 1 player. Very nice. And then, of course, no index or glossary or whatever. Unfortunately, once again, something I always like to look for in a rule book, especially one that we start to get into this higher, 20 plus page count, being that a lot of mechanics happen in multiple different sections in games. So it's always good to know where they all can be found, just in case. So I do like to look forward to an index glossary. So it's unfortunate this one doesn't have it, but I won't hold it too much against them. Next, we have, looks like some character cards, and these are actually tiles. See, and that punched nicely. Very few burr right there, but it punched out very nice. A little bit of damage there, that's okay. So it looks like we have 8 different characters maybe that we'll be able to choose from. So let's go ahead and give you a closer look at all 8. And next we have what looks like the character guard sheets that you'll set up for each player. And it gives you, and this is nice, gives you, for right here, a little breakdown of your rounds and turns to help you. So each person, instead of having those like individual cheat sheet cards, you have it on your little cover deck or your cover screen. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. And then here looks like a resource management board maybe. I think when we saw in the instructions, I think you'll be rolling dice probably and placing those there. Well, these are interesting, little punches. So I wonder if they have little beads or something. Maybe you'll stick in there. Interesting. There's the back of that one. Looks the same. Right, no. 12 to 15. So I'm getting, here we go. I'm betting this is for a 4-person scenario, and this would be for the 1 to 3 player side. There we go. And then we have that center circular map right there. There are little tokens, I believe, I remember right, that's probably going to fit somewhere in there. Here you can go and take a closer look at this circular board. And there are little tokens, I've noticed, for these little symbols. It'll be interesting to see how that all plays out and what some of these reds maybe mean. And then here, control room punch. Once again, nicely done. So I'm very happy with all the punches thus far. These tokens. Turn that so you can see. And then the 2 that I just punched. And then for the control room. And then that looks like it's another race. And an academy. Academy's opposite side. The 3rd race. And then the foundry location. And then just some more location tiles. Now this one I'm almost surprised they didn't just try to come up with a 4th, so they didn't have that empty, just that empty slot. But so a bunch of different locations for the game. And then these are probably the 4-player boards. Get that all on the screen. With what looks like your different turns or maybe phases. Interesting. Let's see. They are different. The image at least is different. Yep. See the die there, so go ahead and take a in-depth look at each board because they do seem to be different. Let's turn you. But I like when we see in games, you know, different boards like this, different races, because that always adds and helps add for replayability, especially in the solo mode, by being able to pick different races to play as. So you can try it as one and then switch to somewhere else. Then a much larger one here for the depository. So it looks like maybe a warehouse you're dealing with. Let's see, you're rolling and probably placing die. And then again, yep. So you can see the difference. So this would be for the 1 to 3 variant. This would be for your 4-player variant. That side. And now we get into a nice little tray. I like that. And so let's go ahead and then here are all our tokens. We'll take a look at those and the cards. And that is my guinea pigs hearing me mess with these bags. They think it's their food. Even guinea pigs love board games. And you can see that's interesting. I like showing little symbols. You can see for the tokens we're getting ready to look at. So it looks like they've pre-showed, hey, put the energy, so what I'm assuming is energy there, so forth and so on. Very nice. Let's go ahead and take a look at these tokens while we have them out. And first up, that one. Almost like a hand symbol, maybe. Interesting, whatever this is. And he goes in his slot. Right there. And next, we have our, what I'm assuming is an energy token. And in the slot you go. And then what I'm guessing will be water. Or fuel, maybe. Definitely some kind of liquid token. And in the slot. There we go. A bag. And that little token, wooden, and I'm going to assume you're going to go there. And finally, the red one. And in your slot you go. Next we have a whole bunch of dice. These look like they're just some standard D6s, but come in different colors. Probably to represent different things. And I'm wondering if maybe the blue goes with the blue. I don't know. Nice curved edges. They roll nice. And I do like when they do have just die in here that they're just one solid piece of material. They're more likely to have more consistent rolls this way. So that is always useful. Just stick these in there. And then here are those little bits that I was talking about earlier that I thought will probably slide into that section. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and pull him back out to see if they fit in. Are we right? Maybe. Kind of fits. It's a little larger than the slot here, but so it doesn't, you know, fit in. But I wonder if that's where that's supposed to be. Don't know. And there's 4 different colors. probably most likely one for each player. Or, wait a minute, that's something else that I'm now seeing. Let's go back to the thing. Maybe it's for where you are or where you're working. I don't know. I'll be interested to dive in and see what those are for. And finally, into the cards. Let's go ahead and take a look at these. And first off, to try to make sure we stay focused well, let's move some stuff out of the way. And this actually looks like another mini punch. Yeah, it's actually additional punch board. So I wonder if these are Kickstarter add-ons. Because these look like they're a couple more characters. And there we go. It's exactly what the Allies expansion. So this is the mini expansion that came with it. And the rules for that. So that's what this is. All right. Mystery solved. Oh, there we go. And that fits nicely right there. And finally, the cards. Okay. And so 10 case. So let's separate these a little bit. There we go. Common backs, so we know what we're looking at. There we go. Okay, so now we got our common back cards. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we got here. There we go. And then this one. And then for these. Getting the kick out of some of these cards. Like the little simple art on them and security. Oh, here we go. Come on. And the final cards, these guys, which looks like the same thing, just with a 10x. So maybe they're worth more. There's definitely a lot less of them. Oh, wait a minute. No. Okay, on the one side is 5 and the other side is 10. Okay. That's what those are. All right. Well, that is everything within the game. And once again, let's go ahead and take a look at this one. I like the extra effort that they went into for this storage case. It seems to hold everything very well. And here within these cards, it does look like there's a little bit of extra room there. So they may be able to fit sleeved cards. So that's always a bonus. Those will go there. Those will go there. And so now, and everything seems to have its nice place within the board game, within the box. So it should seal up nicely. There we go. Yeah. Very nice. And I like that when they give that, you know, just that little bit of extra thought and consideration for you. And then, of course, these will fit in there better because I do think it sticks up a little. But then once, of course, you get it all punched out and put in, it'll all fit nicely. Very nice. But that is the game. Circadians First Light. I hope this helped you out. If you know, if you were on the fence or if you were looking to possibly pick it up to get an idea of what is in the box and what you might have coming for you. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye.